Alright guys, this is my review on the Rock Island Armory 1911 A1FS. It is the GI model. Now before we get too much further, just so I don't have a lot of negative comments, it is empty, no magazine, chamber's empty. My first thoughts on this firearm was it was of really good quality, and it shot good, fired well. And then the more I messed with it, more I played with it, riding and slide, dry firing, all of that, the less and less I liked about it. From one of the first times I took it apart, I noticed several issues. Let me just break it down real quick. Issue one that irritates me: when your barrel is in the locked position, you'll see right here, it moves. It shouldn't do that, or at least not that much, not in my opinion. So that's one of my dislikes right off the bat. Number two, if you look right here, you see this silver bit? I've already done some work to it. I had to file it down, but it was all jagged and janky in there, and it just wasn't of good machining quality. It looks like somebody hit it with a hammer or something. And while I keep my guns clean, maintained, I mean, it's a little oily, a little dirty this time. I run it wet. But another thing, I actually just noticed this one the other day. I pulled off my extractor right here. And sorry for the blurry photos, but I pulled off this extractor. And, well, not extractor, ejector, sorry. And it was full of shavings, metal shavings. Wasn't from me. It had to have been from the factory. I haven't had this that long. I made new grips for it. I maybe only had it for probably 2 weeks. And yeah, that in my opinion is not cool. The machining work on it is just crap in my opinion. I mean, it will work for my needs because I plan on changing out everything on it. Plan on getting the oversized extended mag release. Well, yeah, oversized mag release. I plan on getting the extended slide release. I plan on getting the full length guide rod instead of this GI one. And then I plan on getting a threaded barrel, which I found one. Is on bushnells.com for about 200 bucks, which kind of surprised me because I'd been looking for one even since I had my first 1911. Sorry about this, I'm having to work around this tripod here in front of me. It's not as easy as it normally is. But crap, I'm forgetting a very vital part getting turned around here. Another thing I did with this one so far is I made new grips, and then I turned around and lightly sanded the finish off the trigger. I think this looks much nicer to me. Another problem I keep running into, I haven't figured out quite what it is from, but I keep getting hammer follow. And it stays at half cock, so it's not like it would actually make it go off or anything. But it's just not one of those things you want happening to you. But I plan on getting the extended mag release. I plan on getting the extended ambi safety for both sides. The different beaver tail. This one's the first one I've had like this, and I just don't like the way it feels. I plan on getting new sights. Another thing I did, I noticed that if with the original sight right here was black parkerized like the rest of it, and I couldn't get a good sight picture down the sights. It was always rounded. Well, you can't see that on camera, but I was rounded, so you didn't get a good sight picture. So what I did was I filed a little groove right at the top. You can kind of see it. Let me see if I can get it around here. Yeah, you see that groove? And that makes a more square sight picture, and it gives me something to focus on because it's slightly silver. But with the hammer follow, from the research I have done, you need a new mainspring, sear, hammer, or disconnector. I only paid about $500 for this gun, which is a pretty, well, I think it's the cheapest one you can get. But I don't suggest getting this one if you don't plan on changing a lot of stuff out. It needs some better workmanship for it. So far, every time I've shot it, it does fine, except for with these hollow points. This is the original magazine hollow point. I think they're 200 grain. But the problem is, every time I go to rack the first few, it wants to hang up. And I know everybody's always like, polish your feed ramp and your barrel and all that. No, that won't fix your problem. Your problem is this piece of shit magazine. The mags they make with these are just not the greatest. Really cheap, crappy mags. So if you get a Rock Island Armory 1911 A1 FS, get a different mag. I've heard SIG Sauer ones, or Sauer, however you want to say it, make really good magazines, but apparently Rock Island or whoever they have make theirs suck. Another thing, whenever you're out of your mag, well, when you finish your mag and the slide's supposed to lock back, half the time it don't. What's causing that is also the mag. The piece that hits right here that pushes your slide lock up, it doesn't hit it right. And as you'll fire, you will it won't lock the slide back, which means when you reload, you'll have to rack the slide again. What I have found that helps with this original magazine is you keep your finger on the bottom about the time you know it's your last round. And so far, that's worked for me, but I don't like it. It's not comfortable. It messes with your aim and messes with the way it feels and holds in your hand. I just don't like it. But also, it likes to be ran wet. And another thing a lot of people don't realize is they need to be broke in if you get a new 1911 that's cheap. My take from it, I've had this one, the Rock Island, and then I've had the 5-inch Taurus 1911. Much better for your money. You're only spending maybe $50 more, I think, if I remember right. And it has the nicer beaver tail. The trigger has the hammer has a lock on it, so you can lock it when it's put up. Has a specific key for it. As far as your safety on it, on the Taurus is much better. And just everything about the Taurus is better, which is bad, in my opinion. Yeah, this is the Rock Island Armory 1911 A1 FS. And I do not recommend if you want one without working on it. If you guys like videos like these, feel free to let me know. I plan on doing more gear as I get it, the upgrades to this as I get them. And I don't know, just whatever I feel like y'all might want to see. If you don't mind, let me know in the comments. And feel free to swing by my page, check out some of my other videos. If you like them, if you don't mind, like and subscribe. You guys have a good day.